the in terms of design, I would rate X and Y
Fennekin
as
is good, yes, but
like Chestnut, then Fennekin, then Froakie. Froakie's just so good. Froakie's a solid.
Froakie
Like,
is good. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
like Froakie's like a complete swing. I
Oh,
don't even mind.
I think
Froakie's
we're
middle
live.
evolution that much.
Oh yeah, so we are. Hey, we're talking about Pokemon.
Oh.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Also, last Pokemon thought, Froakie's weird because he has fur on him, but Greninja is nice because he doesn't have fur on him because hypothetically he is an amphibian. Why is Froakie fluffy? I don't know.
It's a scar.
Real fast.
It's actually sticky.
Before we hand it off to Dustin, we just want everyone to join us in sending good vibes towards Masha. Hopefully she'll be joining us really soon. But for now, we have this, new overlay, this great stand-in that hopefully will be replaced with an actual live Masha soon.
Yeah, that is actually just an image. So
Yeah, that's just an
yeah.
image.
She's not broken.
Oh shit.
Oh, I need to. Well, hold on. I'll save that for later.
Just got an email. My college has a snow day tomorrow.
Hey.
Doesn't impact anything because we're already online.
Damn.
Yup.
Oh man. Hi everyone. We're gonna hang out
Hello.
for like a little bit and kind of coalesce because I've been going nonstop since I finished work today to get all this ready. So
Yes, big shout outs to Saul, who literally that's exactly what has happened.
Yeah.
He's like even while we've been hanging out here talking about Pokemon, he's been working. So
I'd love to talk about Pokemon.
Well.
Okay, what's your favorite starter?
Oh man, I think. How much do we take nostalgia into this?
I think that's valid. I think nostalgia's valid.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, however much you think is relevant.
Because I definitely did take I grew up in I think when Johto was big, like gold, silver, and crystal. I remember my older cousins who were all pretty much Dustin's age playing red, blue, and yellow, and thinking that was so cool and loving the first gen. But I also really loved the second gen. But the third gen is actually the one that I actually had my own Pokemon game for. I begged my parents to get me Pokemon Emerald, and they ended up getting it for me. And I think I would say purely from nostalgia factor, I think I would probably go Torchic. After that, definitely Bulbasaur. But Torchic was my first. You're an 8-year-old boy, you want the fire starter, whatever.
I do think Torchic's line, overall, even middle evolution, I think is one of the best.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a weird looking chicken dude, and I can get behind that.
I love my little round boy who becomes Robin Hood.
Rowlet.
Yeah,
Rowlet's
Rowlet is
solid.
my favorite. I did start with red and blue. I started back in the beginning because I'm old, and Bulbasaur was my first starter. So all these Charmander stands can just see their way out. Bulbasaur's the best, but Rowlet is 100% my favorite Pokemon, or my favorite starter. Excuse me. I love him very much, and he is my precious little boy.
Yeah, Bulbasaur was my first, and because I started out with Fire Red, so yeah, Bulbasaur was for a long time my favorite. I like Snivy, a lot. I don't think Snivy gets a lot of love, but I don't know why, but I just have this very vivid memory of me getting Pokemon Black and sitting in the back of my car at 8 p.m. at night, and then trying to turn on the car light to read the back of the game as I'm riding home, because I don't know why I didn't have my DS in my car. So I'm in the back of the car trying to read Pokemon, and I'm cool Pokemon.
Nice.
Yeah. I had got Diamond and Silver as hand-me-downs at the same time, and so I know on Diamond and Silver, Diamond and Pearl. I know on Pearl I chose Piplup, and on Diamond I chose Turtwig. Turtwig best because evolve into Torterra. Also, Grass Turtle just really good. Good concept.
And there comes Dez with the Digimon.
No, there it is.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Digimon.
exactly 1 month older than Pokemon as a franchise.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
it released in February 27th of 1996.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think Digimon's a very interesting franchise. I think I think a lot of people agree that Digimon Tamers is probably the best Digimon show. Um, I don't think that's a hot take. It's just super interesting what they did with the content. And going for a more darker storyline, I thought was very interesting and very fun. I liked seeing those kids going fucked up shit.
What a thing to say out loud on the internet.
Yep. That's also the plot of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes,
From what I estimate, I've still never seen Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, it's so funny because the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga was supposed to be like this dark horror, like not horror, but like creepy. Like I'm getting possessed by an ancient spirit, and I'm playing games with other kids to and basically like stealing their souls. And then someone came along and was like, "Hey, why don't we make this a card game?" And they're like, "Well, I guess okay." And then it became a shonen, and that's how it happened.
It's a good. It's a. I like that progression, to be honest with you.
Like
it
literally
made a
went
card game like a little more hardcore. You remember that one episode where I think it's in Duel City, where Yugi's facing off against that magician guy, and like and, like at least in the manga, like it actually had like legit like saw blades that were like, so it was like a little saw duel, and it was like, what the fuck.
But like even before it was fully based off of like Duel Monsters as the card game, like just like I was on a date with I forget what her name is. What is it? What is it?
Yeah.
Taya, yes.
Yeah.
He's Yugi's on a date with Taya, and a known criminal has taken the whole restaurant hostage, and now I have to play a sick game where I'll burn him alive to save my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, that's right, because he puts the lighter on the.
Because he's like, pour me some wine, kid, and then he turns into the pharaoh and is like, would you like to play a game?
Mm-hmm.
The whole
like
concept.
literally, it's like he becomes Saw, or whatever. He's like, if you move your hand, you'll burn yourself alive, but if you don't move your hand, I win. I don't know.
It makes the title of King of Games a lot darker.
Yeah.
The whole concept of the Shadow Realm is hilarious too, because it was meant to censor like death, but like it's so much worse than death.
Yeah.
Like you are banished for eternity to a realm of darkness. How is that better than like just I kill you now?
Mars
purgatory.
Mars just put this in chat, but I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized that chat's now on the screen, so anyone watching this on YouTube now gets an idea. But I think it's so funny that we're like, guys, season 2 is starting right now, and it's just us talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's how it goes.
I wouldn't have it any
Let
other
us know
way.
if y'all want a Yu-Gi-Oh emote. We won't tell you what it'll be, but like I feel like we need to have Yu-Gi-Oh. My I think I would be leaning more towards that Joey like face, you know, the very like angular Joey face. I think would be good.
I think I would like the emote to be the power of friendship.
That's a good one. Like the hands together and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I think you would lose any sense of detail in that, though.
It's true.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should we get into like normal announcements, or do we want to keep stalling?
Yeah, no, we can do some normal announcements. Hey everyone. Things are different.
Hello.
We've got some new stuff. As y'all can see, we've got some. It's been a while. We've got chat on screen now.
You're here with us now.
Yes, you are on the screen with us. Please don't abuse this power.
Don't say anything messed up, or else I'll cry.
And we're very excited for that as well. We're working currently on getting web captions set up so that subtitles will be easier here on Twitch, and hopefully that'll be live next week. we're also working on some new emotes, and those will release in good time. But yeah, we've got this awesome new logo from the Core Low poster that we released way back when, and I'll go ahead and drop their info in the chat as well, so that y'all can go check them out. Let's see here, and then our amazing artwork is once again created by Patrick Costa, who's just like killed it, knocked it out of the park. We're very excited to also get the full designs as well, the full body designs, to share those with y'all as well. But I will also drop a Patrick link in chat as well, so y'all can go follow him and commission him, because he's fantastic, does a great job. Trying to think what else we got. Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's if you haven't already, please follow us on social media at TurnTables RPG. I think that's what I've got. If y'all joined us for the pre-stream, you saw that we've got a new pre-stream reel. It's very similar to the waiting screen reel, and we're gonna have a brand new intro pretty soon as well. So very excited for that.
Pretty soon as you will see it this stream, not like.
Yeah.
Oh right, and then I totally forgot. We now have an advanced screen shifter. I forgot the name of it. But like it's shifting between stuff, so it won't be like whole new information straight up in your face, but periodically over the course of time it'll shift from our social media tags to our pronouns, to our characters' pronouns, back to their playbooks. So we got some new. We're a little techie this time around, and that's pretty cool.
Ooh.
So
Tech savvy, baby.
Yeah.
The production value is high, and I'm even higher.
Our production value is high, and I'm still trash. Let's do it.
Your mom's not watching, right, Chris?
Oh crap! I forgot she is. Dang it.
She liked our Instagram post earlier, and I was like, "Hey!"
God, no, no. I'm not actually high. I just want to throw that out there. I don't.
Quick, take it back.
I don't actually. Man. God, I really hope she isn't actually watching, like she said she would.
The Chris backpedals. The new.
But anyway. A funny thing about my mother, which sort of segues into another part of announcements, is she was talking to me at the end of OE, and she was like, "Oh, so I was watching your stream, and I was very confused by it. You all seemed very stressed." I was like, "Well, that was the story, mother." She was like, "Yeah, and you were talking about something during the beginning of the stream. Can I donate money to the stream?" And I'm like, "Well, mother, how interesting that you say that. There is actually a good way for you to provide money for the stream, and that is, of course, with Twitch Prime. All you have to do is click resubscribe in the corner, and then there will be a little check box that says use your Prime sub if you have an Amazon Prime account, of course, and then you click subscribe with Twitch Prime." And that's how you do it. And it's sad because we use the same Amazon Prime account, so she can't actually subscribe with Twitch Prime. But
yeah. One of my siblings got to the Amazon Prime account first, so I cannot sub with Twitch Prime, but I can sub with real dollars.
You can do that too if you would like to,
yes.
And get access to our collection of amazing emotes, maybe more to come, hopefully. So yeah, you can do that, or you can donate bits. I know we can do. Someone donated bits before. I don't know what they mean. They scare me.
We also, speaking of bits and kind of like channel points and stuff like that, we do have like a new little channel point.
Whoa!
Oh, Bartleby Prime with 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you, sir. Oh man!
Make sure you thank Bartleby Prime if you were one of the ones.
Thank you.
Chosen.
That's awesome, bro. Thank you. What was I saying? Channel points. We have created one single channel point prize so far. We will probably come up with more later on. It is worth 35,000 channel points, and you get if you expend this you can have us all say "Arr, for a certain amount of time that we decide when to end it. But we will stop what we're doing and say "Arr, oh, there we go. Yeah, thank you.
Arnar.
Oh, nar. There's two of them.
See, this is already bad.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Nar.
We're gonna have to Christ.
Arnar. They redeemed their channel points. Arnar. Excellent.
You don't even
I'm
have
sure
to
this
redeem
won't
channel
give-
points. We're just gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh, nar.
Arnar.
Arnar.
Excellent. Good to see that that's coming up.
Any
that's
Australian
getting a
viewers,
good
if you
start.
are watching,
We are
I
so
appreciate
sorry.
you.
Yeah, getting to a good start with those channel points. We'll probably come up with some other ones that are, that cost less. Now that people are
But are
spending the
equally
big
as
bucks.
chaotic.
Correct.
Well,
yeah.
hopefully not.
Well,
Hopefully
yeah.
something a little tamer.
But yes, thank you. Again, we haven't had that many channel points, so I'm sure everyone has a lot accrued up, which is why we did the 35,000. Excellent. So I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, feel free. Also, if you haven't already, I know I plugged our socials, but feel free to join our Discord as well. It's down in the stream description as well. And I'll just put the socials one more time so that we can, because the link is on there as well. Dope. Trying to think. Yeah.
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 Oh, sorry. Other things. Sorry, guys. I'm very scatterbrained today. In case y'all are also looking for something fun to watch on Wednesdays, I'm gonna take a moment to plug my charity D&D campaign that I'm a part of, Reflections of Chaos, and I'll drop that on there as well. It is on twitch.tv/Aurelia with a 3. And it is a lot of fun, and we are actually finishing up an arc this Wednesday, and then we're gonna probably take a small little hiatus where we may be doing a level 20 battle royale or a community game night.
That's really
it's gonna be a lot of fun, so we're really excited about that. And then I believe that the after those 2 weeks we'll start up a new arc, which will be leading to the finale of that game. So exciting stuff, definitely, if y'all want to go hang out with the Reflections of Chaos crew. It's a lot of fun. Please go check it out. We
Another
stream
thing-
on 5:30 p.m. Central Time. So yes, sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Another thing you can watch if you want to is our Return to OE. I think, did we already say this? I don't know.
No, go ahead, go. Yeah.
We did a thing before this. If you're just checking in or haven't been watching since season 1, which I don't know if anyone did that, but we did a thing over the summer called Return to OE, where we played the system Uncharted Worlds. It was a fun sci-fi thing run by our good friend and producer Eric, who I think is hanging out in chat ever so slightly.
Yeah.
And it was really fun and really cool, really good story there. It's only 13 episodes, so if you want to watch that, it's on the YouTubes.
I was a cowboy.
I was a disaster.
See, I would do that, but I like playing things I like role playing in my games. So I don't
Yeah, I was gonna say I was a non-binary disaster, and then I was like, no, that's just me regularly.
Oh my gosh.
Non-binary space disaster.
Yeah, brought to you by Squeezer.
Yes,
Brought to
Squeezer,
you by Squeezer.
I will miss the space words. That was
We
a
can
good
still
bit.
have space words.
I don't know if we can.
For those of you,
Yeah, we can.
for those of you who did watch OE, we also still have the No Fun Bruise Arc emote for those who subscribe at the tier 1. And then hopefully, and this is another update, as we press forward with our weekly shows, hopefully we're going to be able to unlock the Twitch level thing that allows us to just give our followers emotes as well. And then we're also working on getting those emotes onto our Discord channel as well, so that if you have Nitro, you can spread the good big ZD love everywhere. But yeah, And then those 12 episodes of Return to OE are on our YouTube, and they're very well done. Y'all did a great job. And reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
Hey, there it is.
We did super sacred, almost sold all of our souls to bring Solo back, but
Yeah,
it was
we had to
a cost
do,
we
like-
all were willing to make.
We had to go through
Yep.
a side quest that sent us to like 5
The
different
Shadow
places
Realm.
around the world
Mhm.
to gather his missing body parts and bring them together. And it was
Yeah.
wild.
It's a real quest of love. I appreciate it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did not film ourselves doing that, so we cannot show that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
I
have a
can
little
do,
faith, everyone.
I can do that.
Oh,
Ah!
wow. Chris really giving us
Get off my
those
fight or flight.
Yeah.
incredible. Thank you, Chris, for that update.
You're welcome. Your way, I can do more.
Ooh.
Oh no!
No.
Oh,
I'm
I had that
Okay.
messed up.
so. Anyways, I have
Um,
a quick announcement.
Yeah.
Stop, Chris. All right, that's my announcement. Stop, Chris.
Oh,
Dustin, weren't you going to?
Yeah, I do have an announcement too, but I didn't want to like cut you off from your actual one.
Go for it.
On February the 14th, Valentine's Day, join me at twitch.tv/Valor6 for Valentine's Day, because I like puns, and where I will be streaming some good old-fashioned romantic stuff. And by romantic stuff, I mean probably dumb dating sims. We'll see exactly what I'm going to be bringing to the table, but yeah. So come join me for Valentine's Day. Bring a date if you want to, or don't. That's fine. You and I can go on a date. Anybody who's there is on a date with me.
Wow. How romantic.
Yeah, and, that's me. I'm romantic, I guess.
Excellent.
But yeah, bring your own scented candles, and I'll see you guys there. I don't know, like, I'm gonna start at like early in the day, maybe around 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern, and then just go until I'm done going.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, hope to see you guys out there.
Dope.
it was also just put in chat, but that's my portfolio has art, graphic art, video things. I most recently I put a bunch of photography up for my most recent photography class. If you want to look at things I do and be like, wow, he did those things, then do those things, then look at your eyes with them.
Hell yeah.
And if you want anything, call me. I don't know. Just say hi.
You
Excellent.
can find my portfolio on the dark web.
You have so you have to meet you have to meet Gringor, the dark web lord, and provide him
Yeah.
a satisfactory offering of 3 beans and a shilling, and then he will provide you the hyperlink.
But they have to be
Well-
like 3 different kinds of.
Well, actually, Gringor is just me in like a covered with like a black towel over my head, and you just have to give me 3 frogs, and then I'll send you the link to my Google Photos folder with all my art in it.
Excellent.
That's my plug for my art.
Ribbit.
Nice.
Ribbit.
Call me Sue Ribbit.
Cool. So we've been live for 25 minutes. I think we've done a very good job.
So now we can talk about
This is-
Yu-Gi-Oh some more, right?
I suppose.
I think so. I think that's what we're supposed to do. I have Balloon Lizard here. That's my Yu-Gi-Oh contribution.
Nice.
I also have my swap frog cards, but they're in my wallet, in my backpack, which is not within arm's reach. Also, I do carry Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my wallet now.
clap.
folks.
Alright. Do we want to explain context? Like, I don't know. Like, do we want to be like, oh, this is what where we are? I don't know.
We're
We haven't even
live
said
on
the
Twitch.tv.
welcome yet. I was saving that for Dustin to say.
Oh yeah, I've got it. Don't worry. It's all part of my opening.
Okay.
Oh.
So I can do that. We can do the thing, and then we can talk about things. Is that very cool?
Do we want to try
just
to
like
do that, or do we want to wait for?
The hello, we are Turntables RPG part. I think is the part that I was mentioning.
Oh, that
I don't
thing.
have. I gotta get that ready though.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, hello. We are Turntables RPG, an experimental turntables. No, tabletop RPG stream where the players GM and the GMs play. We alternate who the keeper is. We are playing Monster of the Week. Once again, it's been a little bit of time, and this is our second season. You don't really need to have watched the first season in order to understand what's going to be happening this time, so no worries there. Yeah, so welcome. I love you guys.
I have a physical copy of the book this time.
Did I get everything? So wait, did I miss anything?
No, yeah, you got it.
All right,
Again, it was just slightly out of order because I didn't know if we were waiting until later to say the hello. But
hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I don't know what a 13 Adwolf means by how do I feel about the Swiffer jet, wet jet. I don't know what that means or what that's referring to.
I believe their username is actually Bad Wolf.
Oh, the 13 is a B, just like that anime. There's an anime called like B, like B for beginning or something, and it's like the B is actually a 13 or something.
Cool.
Sure. Whatever you say, Chris.
That guys, I'm not crazy, guys. Guys, it's on Netflix. I promise you, guys. Guys.
We are not sponsored by B for beginning /13.
I didn't know how do I feel about Swiffer Wet Jet. I don't know what that's.
Just answer the question, Chris.
Yeah, we all want to know.
Why are you avoiding the question?
Yeah.
Overall, like, it's cool, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess if you need to dust and also mop, I guess it's effective.
It's cool, huh? Interesting. Somebody write that down.
One of the greatest innovations of our time.
Yeah. It's a piece of art.
It is be the beginning is what it's called. I was not crazy, guy.
You just looked it up.
Yes, I did look it up.
Excellent.
It's real. It's real.
It's real.
Focus, please. Focus. Please focus.
No,
please.
I can't believe you now. It just looks like
you sound like my algebra teacher.
You sound like just me talking to myself.
The woman in
Oh,
the
woman
house.
in the house across the street.
That's so bad. That's so dumb. Stop. I'm gonna cry. Please, God, stop. I will cry.
Oh, okay, I see. We saw it.
We saw it.
Okay. I feel validated.
Okay.
That's good. Good to start off the stream with validating your weird anime.
Yeah.
With the 13 for a B.
I've watched too many anime. If you've seen my anime list, I think it's 200, 300. I don't know.
That's a long list.
I don't mess with anything from Japan.
I will be right back. My college is calling me, and that's concerning.
Answer that.
Yeah.
I haven't updated it recently, but I have 255 entries on my anime list of things I've watched and reviewed.
Nice.
That is impressive, but my friend
impressive.
would laugh at it because he's got like thousands. It's all he does is anime.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised because I've been watching anime since preschool when I started watching Naruto with my dad. So I was surprised that 255 was all I could get in there from 20 years.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said watching Naruto with your dad when you were in preschool?
Yeah.
Wow. Did Orochimaru scare you?
Kind of. I was mostly like, wow, the sexy jutsu is very interesting. I don't fully understand this, but I feel very intrigued.
Incredible. A sexual awakening from the sexy jutsu of Naruto. Interesting.
God.
In preschool?
Also, Chris, you were like 20. I'm surprised I haven't done more anime watching in 20 years. And then I was like, you can't be 20. You're the same age I am, basically. And then I was like, no, I'm going to be 20 soon.
Yes.
So thank you for that, I guess.
It's so interesting because I'll be watching TV or something, and then someone will say like the age the character's supposed to be, and I'm so used to being like, oh, I'm younger than that, and now it's like, oh wow, I'm old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was rewatching the Spider-Man movies, and then like Tom Holland will be like, oh, I'm 16, and then it's like, whoa, wait a second, what, my
Mr.
dude?
Stark.
I'm like,
Yep.
what's going on here?
I get sadder every single time I start like a new manga or anime, and the protagonist is like, I don't know, 13 and 14 or 15, because like the adults that they interact with are supposed to be my age, and I'm like, what do you mean I'm this boring teacher in this anime?
The thing is, though, is it's actually like, at least the anime that I watch now, as I've just shifted up finally, and so now the main characters are like, my age again. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is fine. I don't know if they're just becoming more popular or if I've just shifted what I like, but yeah.
I think Jujutsu Kaisen does a really good job of like introducing I said NPCs, other like side characters who are like older but are still really cool and engaging, and I appreciate that a lot. So that's cool.
For sure.
I think the last time we streamed together, I was not married, nor did I have a house at that point in time. So it's been a long time.
We play games, right?
Yeah, we play games. Yeah, but I'm talking like streaming, like Monster of the Week.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It is wild.
Yeah, the last time we played tabletop together, Saul was not married.
Mm-mm. I was engaged, to clarify, but yes.
That's a good clarification.
Agreed. I meant to mention earlier, Sydney's also playing Legends Arceus, and she chose Rowlet as her
Yes.
dude.
Yeah. As any good one would do.
That's right. It's the best choice. I mean, here's the thing. Pretty much all of the choices in Legends Arceus is good.
They're pretty good. They're pretty solid overall.
All of the Arceus.
I think Cyndaquil is probably the safest choice from the start, like gameplay wise.
Yeah.
Just because fire type Pokemon are so useful.
Also,
I chose him because he
I don't
grows
have
up to look like a little emo boy.
yeah. Also, doesn't Cyndaquil evolve into a fire ghost type?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's their final evolution.
Which is super cool.
Yeah, because he's a little emo guy.
Yeah, I do miss Rowlet's other form, but I mean the Arceus form is good, or the Hisuian form is good.
I think it's cool. It's interesting that they take green completely out of its color palette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has full fall colors.
Wonderful fall boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, time for me to start my 5-hour Chuck retrospective.
Oh no.
I could legitimately. If no one stops me, I will.
I'll talk about dinosaurs. What if we just all talk about something we could talk about for 5 hours, and we just all mute each other on Discord, except for on stream everyone's just talking at once. I think that'll be a good streaming experience.
Actually, that's a great reason for me to bring up this other thing that I also spaced on giving updates about. And since we have 16 viewers right now, just so that y'all are aware, we are changing up some of the formatting of how we're doing like logistics for streaming. So I mentioned it a little bit in the pre-stream, but essentially after every single mystery, we're going to take a week off before starting the next mystery with the new keeper, just to give like the audience time to catch up, us to kind of like rest and kind of like coalesce and meet up and talk about how we can like move forward and stuff like that. And we might do like some like casual streams on those weeks, but we might not. It might just be like an off week. But that is moving forward. Like whether it's like 2 sessions or 3 sessions to finish a mystery, there will be a break before the next one. And then also we are going to be shooting to have shorter streams this season as well. So we're going to be trying to shoot for 3 hours to 3.5 hours of streaming, as opposed to the 4 or 5 that it ended up being for season 1, which, you know, we were trying to tell a really big story at that point. So it makes sense that it took so long. But for sure, this time around, we want to make it a little bit more bite-sized, so that it's a little bit more watchable for our YouTube audience, and then also for our viewers who are hanging out with us for extended amounts of time. So
listen, if we have any YouTube audience out there, I love you guys. Leave a comment down below. Tell us that you're watching, because I don't know. I watch YouTube literally all the time, so it's nice to know.
I've been watching a lot of David Gilbert's videos because the serotonin I need it.
He's a good bean.
Agreed.
I have started to be unable to do anything without like an Alpha Red Deluxe video playing in the background. Like I just need them talking, and it's driving me a little crazy.
Those hour-long like Mario Party videos.
Yep. I think I've watched the Mario Party videos like 5 times each at least. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at with YouTube right now.
So anyone who's looking for something 5 hours to watch while they work, may I suggest Turntables RPG Season 1?
Yeah.
Over 142 hours of content for you to watch on YouTube right now.
That's crazy to think.
Yeah.
Crazy to think. Also, please, by all means, chat, please let us know how the audio levels are going. Like, this is a whole new scene on OBS. So if we need to drop down some stuff, if we need to bump up some stuff, please let us know in chat, and I will get that done ASAP. Hey, Dr. Glutton, thank you. Also, welcome to the chat. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the like. What a way to show up! Like,
the audio is great. Thank you.
I'm afraid I would have to turn on some specific permissions, Wolf, for me to drop it down low, like you're asking me
to. Did someone say drop it down?
Oh gosh, I don't feel comfortable with that. That was bad. My entire body just tensed up when that happened.
It was like an inverted throat noise. That's how I'm gonna imagine it from now on.
Fun times.
Yeah, we might have to bump up Masha a little bit. Also, can we just admire how strong Masha's shoulders are in general?
Yeah,
she's holding that pose.
She's really committing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's really nice of her.
Oh man, yes, agreed, CyberGoji. It does activate some primal fears deep in my DNA.
Yep.
I could wait. Hold on.
No, please don't.
Oh no.
I can be Kodo for a bit if you want.
Oh, that's nice.
A comforting.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Hello, I am sad and I am questioning my humanity, and that was basically my whole character arc in OE, which you can see now on YouTube.com/Turntables RPG.
Excellent.
I did think that you were going to say as Coda questioning my gender, and I was like, man, I missed that Coda subplot.
Yeah, Coda subplot was good.
Yes, for those who joined rather recently, Masha, that's an image. Masha couldn't join us as of yet, so hopefully send some good vibes her way, and hopefully she'll join us soon. But it's just an image. It's a screenshot from when we were all T-posing in a chat way back when. I have a lot of screenshots, so if anybody misses the stream, they're gonna probably end up with a screenshot in their box.
If anybody misses the stream, I also have post-it note drawings of everyone.
Also
nice. That's good. Trying to think. Oh, actually, since we're here, I'd love to ask y'all a question about Return to OE.
Oh, sure.
Oh boy.
As y'all were playing, our usual format is, jumping from GM to GM. As y'all were playing, like under Eric's watchful guidance, the sole GM, I was wondering, like, if any of y'all, like, during that time playing Uncharted Worlds, had like come up with a cool planet idea while y'all were traveling that you wish you could have run a session on, or something along those lines.
I like thinking about like weird space biology a lot. So I definitely came up with some ideas for like weird creatures and how different suns and stuff could impact like different creatures and that kind of fun stuff. But I did not come up with a whole planet. A lot of the ideas could have been on one planet, but
Very cool.
All right. Let's see if you guys have ever heard of this one before. But
Oh no.
desert planet, right?
Okay.
Twin
So
sun.
Two suns.
Two suns, maybe more. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Moisture farmers on it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Classic.
Back hole of the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Purple worms.
yeah.
I think you've gone in a different direction, Soul.
What are you talking about? It's the same thing.
No, yeah. My point is that it's like, in all honesty, I wasn't even describing anything that any of you were probably thinking.
I was thinking Star Wars.
I know you were. Star Wars is an option. Dune is an option. I was actually thinking of a video game for the PlayStation 2. So
Oh.
like,
Oh.
and the thing is, that Star Wars did it twice. So like, yeah, I was thinking of Rogue Galaxy for the PlayStation 2, which also starts on a desert planet.
Cool.
It's a good game. Look it up. Desert Bus. Yep.
Desert Bus.
For
Desert
This
me,
is a Doctor Who episode.
oh god, I forgot that was an episode.
It was.
Was that
Yeah.
a David Tennant episode?
It was David
Yeah.
Tennant.
That was one of those episodes that isn't like on normal streaming services when you watch it, and because it was like a weird, like it was one of those things where I was like, I found it and I was like, I've never seen this episode before.
Mhm.
What in the world is this? Because I've rewatched Doctor Who like 5 times, and it was like on my third watch through I had found it somehow, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Anyway, so to planets that I would do specifically, not necessarily things I fully thought out, but things that I somewhat wish that we could have explored in OE. I would have liked to see a planet that, like Unicore, the company that produced Coda, my character, I would have liked to see, like, gone to a planet where there's a factory there or something, and sort of explore that sort of aspect of the world. I think would be interesting, and also for Coda to be maybe like go find like the machine line arm that made him, and he's like, mother, yes, and it's just an arm. I think would be funny.
Guys, look, my mom.
The claw.
Yeah, and then also, and I think just like I would have loved like a gritty, like cyberpunk kind of city. I think would have been interesting. I know when we some background, I guess, information. No one kill me if I share this, but when we were trying to figure out what setting or theme we should do for summer programming, we were sort of we decided sci-fi, and we were trying to decide whether we wanted one story that took place in like a cyberpunk style city, or to do Uncharted Worlds. And do sort of a starfaring adventure, and we ended up doing a starfaring adventure. But I still think I like the cyberpunk vibe, and I think it would have been interesting as a planet. But yeah, that's my thought process. So if you were around for OE, what kind of character would you like to play?
Oh, I talked to Eric about this. I would have made a doctor. I would have made like a medical doctor. One, because your party sorely needed it.
Yeah,
but two,
I had like doctor stuff, but I rarely used it.
But I think, I would have done a doctor, which is funny because Dustin played a doctor in the first Monster of the Week season 1, and then he played a cowboy, and then I would have played a cowboy, and then I would have played a doctor. It's a very good little hip hop flip flop there. But yeah, no, it would have been a doctor. I think the idea that I was playing around with was that they would be I think it was like either a full on robot or a cyborg. And like they would have started by like fixing up robots and then transitioned into like human biology and things of that nature. Yeah.
What is human biology if just not squishy robot parts?
Correct. But yeah, no, that was that was in an alternate timeline. If I had gotten a chance to do that, that's what I would have done a doctor. But yeah, no, I was thinking about a cool idea about a planet that's like two planets that are extremely close together, so their like gravitational pulls have like weird effects on passage between the two, and it's like there are like you could get caught in between and ripped apart, but there is like an extreme sport where people jump between the two planets using spacesuits and like ride the gravity currents to try and like for like extreme.
Now I just want to play like a space skater, like a real skater boy.
Yeah.
Who just surfing those space waves.
Instead of the X Games, it's the G Games.
I also realized I said surfing the space waves. I did mean skateboarding the skateboarding stuff, but in space.
When you say surf the space waves, I only hear surf the sound waves from the Magic School Bus theme. Surfing on the sound waves.
I tried to watch the
reboot.
Chris, go ahead. I was going to talk about the Magic School Bus reboot.
Oh wow! I was just going to propose more questions, I guess. But if you want, we can talk about the Magic School Bus reboot.
It's just not very good. It's just not very good.
It's not very good.
It's not very good, and like, it's not very good.
Okay.
I have more thoughts on it, but I'm going to rein myself in because I can't quite articulate the thoughts other than
it's not good.
Not good, and also Miss Frizzle gay in old one does not give the same vibes in the new one.
Well, the new one is her sister, right? It's not Miss Frizzle.
Yeah, it's like something like that. But like also they have Miss Frizzle come back and they like totally did some weird stuff to her design.
Is she a narc now?
She's a narc now.
Damn, bro.
She's not a narc now, but they like did a style choice with her design, and it sucks. It sucks. And also, just not a very interesting show. Also, anyway, the students aren't very likable or interesting either. But
would you do a PowerPoint party over a PowerPoint presentation over how bad the new Magic School Bus is?
Yes, and also I would submit in that PowerPoint party, I would why I should be the mask Miss Frizzle, because I think I would do a good job at it. Nice. I've got the crazy lizard shirts, got the chaotic energy.
Yes.
I teach children about the environment and stuff, science stuff, so there's my petition.
I need this cosplay soon.
I will do it.
Dustin, how do you feel about Roombas?
They're adorable.
Good answer.
They're adorable, but also like there's something a little bit sinister about them. You know,
yeah,
like
if you take the knife to them,
like there's just something a little bit just a little bit sinister about them. I don't know what it is, but they are adorable and I love them. I just feel like when the robot uprising happens,
they're the first ones there because they'll eat your ankles.
They're the
sleeper agents.
they're the grunts of the army. Like they're the ones
Yeah.
who are just gonna like.
They're gonna tape a bunch of knives to them, and they're just gonna go right at our Achilles tendons, and then we'll be screwed.
Nice.
Anyway, so to my somewhat retrospective question, if all the characters you played got into a fight, who would win?
Are we imagining them all as like the same level?
I don't know. I don't know. Like specifically, I'm saying turntables characters. I guess
Okay.
I'll specify that. And just I guess near the end of their run, if we said that for me, Chuck's not winning because he's dead. But I would say like for Chuck, like before he died, would be my spoilers. I'm sorry for anyone who's not seen season 1.
Damn, Chris.
Of Turntables RPG Monster of the Week. Fuck.
In
don't have to spoil
episode
your own
1
show.
of season 2. Yeah, amazing.
No, but anyway. So, because like for example, like because I was thinking about like this, I'm like, okay, if Chuck, Coda, and my new character Philip got into like for whatever reason, story doesn't matter why, they were like, we have to kill each other. Who's coming out on top in that confrontation? I think I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, well if I factor in Philip's personality, I think he would lose. But if his personality wasn't a factor and he went full out, he'd win. But if not for that, then Chuck's probably taking them all out just because he has the experience of doing so.
Yeah.
The only way my new character wins is if he's the protagonist. Because
he needs the plot armor.
He needs plot armor because and it's also a toss up between the Rose siblings for me. Like it's one of them because they are literally magical creatures. Like there's not that's just all there is to it. The Rose siblings are too good. Rusty doesn't stand a chance. I don't care what kind of gun he has. Like he's going up against 2 magical creatures.
I will say Bartleby Prime does bring up a good point. If we include tiny tables like one-shot characters, then Fleshcar does stand a good chance of winning.
I think my fox with like the broken piece of metal that he used to shank that one guard, I think he would win. To be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he had that. Take out Teddy, Teddy wouldn't be quick enough.
Well, see, that's the thing.
I don't know. My owl and his profanity.
It really depends between in the situation that they're dropped in. Like if they're dropped within close quarters, then Arthur would more than likely have a better chance. But if they're dropped like in random places on a map, then Teddy would probably get the upper hand very quickly because he has ranged weapons and he has tricks up his sleeve to be able to control the battlefield more so than Arthur can. So I
changed my answer to Santa Claus. I forgot that I played Santa Claus.
I forgot that.
Yeah, the sexy battle wizard characters are a little overpowered.
That's very true.
I loved my sexy battle wizard character. Don't remember much about them, but I do remember the character design, and I do really like it.
I still remember the reveal of him being Santa. I love
that. I forget that you play Santa like most of the 90% of my life. And then at some point I'll be like, it'll just pop into my brain as I'm thinking of like tiny tables. I'll just start crying.
That's good. That's the reaction I want.
That's a good plug, actually. If y'all want to go see our Tiny Tables VODs, they are also on YouTube. And they're just they are complete. They're one shots. They are 1-page RPGs. They're a lot of fun. I think for a number of them, we actually have the entire Turntables crew. Like all 7 of us playing for some of them. And the sexy battle wizards is fun because we all dressed up. And Metahuman Uprising is fun for a lot of different reasons. You'll have to go see for yourself if you haven't seen it yet, and we apologize ahead of time. Trying to think what
Chaos Theory was fun.
Yes,
because dinosaurs.
Correct. That was a lot.
Also,
of fun.
I have Um, just I don't think I'm supposed to share this yet. I come back to me in a couple months. I have news about Darwin.
Okay.
My character from Chaos Theory.
Dope. Very cool.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Sorry I killed that person.
Yeah. It's fine. They died, but they're fine.
You
They're
died
fine.
too. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it me or was it Beatrix? I think it was me.
I think it was.
I don't know. They died, but they're fine.
No, it was Beatrix because Beatrix chose to save her gun, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right.
Who did I screw over? I screwed over someone.
You screwed over everybody because you ran away from
I
all
did
of
do
us.
that.
Yeah.
Dane Horner was a fun experience. I will say, I know some people probably like. I think playing a bad guy is really interesting, and just a guy who, specifically Dane Horner, who was just unapologetically just a bad guy. Like there was no real like positives to him.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you saved, or I don't know. I don't remember if you saved or screwed over the not the asshole employee per se, but like the one that like everyone that I created. Yeah, Kyle.
I know Kyle ended up on the helicopter with me, and I was like, "I'm gonna give you a job, don't worry." And then we die. Spoilers. God dang it.
Going back to the question of which character you think would win, Apophis would kick everyone's ass.
Apophis would kill all of us. Apophis would win against every one of us.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting question of like every single character that all of us have played. I think probably Apophis, yeah.
Apophis.
Yep.
Yes, like there's no question. It's Apophis.
I think maybe Anne, but Anne like if we ignore like personalities, I think Anne has somewhat of a chance. But with Anne's personality and how much she cares about Apophis, I don't think that would work out that well.
No offense to Anne. If we ignore personality, Alex is biting her throat out. Like
wow.
let's he is still a vampire, so I don't think that Anne could beat Alex. But
my vision is just Anne is like a teleporting like sword whip. Like vampires and whips don't really go well in my in my experience. But
yeah. Also, Anne did have a higher body count than Apophis, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
or
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apophis
because I think
broke a lot more stuff.
Yeah, that's actually interesting.
Yeah.
Like trying to think of like a body count of who's killed the most people. I think is interesting. Like in specifically the story of season 1, I think is an interesting.
Yeah, because then there's also like the scenarios of like people that we like accidentally didn't save, or like disasters that we caused that we didn't really see the effect of.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, like how much of, or because at least I think in Mars's second mystery, there's a part where I think me and Chuck and Teddy are in a hallway just taking out Elapids. So I'm sure that ranks up some points.
Yeah. I'm rewatching all the season 1 stuff because I am working on captions and also making a big document so you can just read what happens in season 1 instead of watching 142 hours of content if you would like to not do that. So I will make sure to start keeping a body count.
Good. That's fun.
Thanks, Mars.
Get some fun statistics about who did the most murder.
Bad Wolf said, scenario, your characters have been placed in a half-sunken, destroyed cityscape. Imagine a half-underwater Chicago. You have seen the others take part in potentially summoning an otherworldly beast, and you hop into action. Who would team up, and who would win? I guess, do we, like, season 1 characters, season 2 characters, one of the one-shot?
All our characters. Because I think if it's all our characters and we are included, like if it's just my characters specifically, I think Coda, Philip, and most of my Tiny Tables characters except Dane Horner Well, maybe Dane Horner get together because Dane Horner is sort of like
I like that you
an
keep saying his
opportunist.
full name.
I love Dane. I
Yeah.
just like Dane Horner, like the full name. It's really it feels nice in the mouth. So I think so. I think Dane Horner goes with anyone who he thinks he has the best chance of surviving with.
Mm.
But I think most of my characters come together, except I think Chuck. I think Chuck is somewhat a loner in most situations, and especially in a situation where he's surrounded by all my wacky characters. Because there's no character I have that's like probably the character that's at the most level of seriousness to Chuck is Dane Horner. Like because I have Arceus from Sexy Battle Wizards, who's just a nice guy, and I had my dog who's loyal, but like kind of like has like a soldier vibe, and that's it. But he's loyal, so he understands the importance of like a team.
The soldier
And so I
boy.
think everyone sort of gangs up except Chuck, and Chuck's like, "Hey, I'll go. I'll do with this myself." But if it's everyone else's like if everyone else is involved, then Chuck would obviously find Teddy and want to be wherever Teddy is.
Mm.
Yeah. If it were just my characters, Eros and Janus would partner up because they're chaotic non-binary disasters. I think that's just all the characters I play. I think I'm realizing that that's just every character I play.
Art imitates life.
Yeah, exactly. Brad Beckham would be killed off instantly because he did some dumb shit. Speaking of which, I did name my rival in Brilliant Diamond Brad Beckham, and every time I would forget, and so it would just be like the little chibi guy like running up to me and be like, Brad Beckham says battle me, and I'm like, anyway, that was fun. I don't remember the cat I played had no defining personality traits other than was a cat. Darwin and Ren might team up. Apophis would be on their own because they're tank and would just be like, no, I got this, bro. Also, they would probably be the one that was being summoned.
Cool. Well,
I literally play siblings, so
that's fair. Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for sitting with us for about an hour. Hanging out with us, helping us feel a little more at ease about episode 1 of season 2. I know for sure I myself was very nervous. So I appreciate everyone joining in chat and helping us continue this fun little conversation. Do we just want to go ahead and get the ball rolling?
All right. I guess it's time to start. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Now that you ask, I'm suddenly not sure.
Yeah. I'm ready. It feels somewhat weird to do it without Masha, but I guess if we all are fine with the show going on, the show must go on.
Well, when Masha gets here, we'll be able to adjust and and move her into the overlay just as fine.
And she can always watch the VOD to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me that sweet, sweet, spooky music. And we'll begin. By the way, I'm the first keeper. Surprise.
Ooh.
It's a late winter night in the Pacific Northwest. The pale full moon shining down on a lazy little gathering of buildings. The night seems quiet and our view moves through this small town. No one seems to be on the streets so late at night. Only 1 or 2 houses even have lights. Sound of the ocean nearby softly lapping as we start to pull away from town to a nearby hill on which a lighthouse sheds its life-saving light out toward the water to illuminate the rocks to warn anyone from getting too close to the rocky cliffs below. Tonight, however, an extra shadow is cast on the water. A figure stands on the walkway above the top of the lighthouse, staring out at another figure. It floats above the water. He shakes his head and says, "Please, don't leave." There's a slight pause, and he continues, No, that's not right. I'm lost without you." But he continues, responding to a voice that we cannot hear. The figure across the way shakes its head before simply vanishing. He smiles and nods, seemingly in response to something. "I understand. Of course," he says softly. He climbs atop the banister itself. "We'll be together forever." And just like that, he falls. Our view once more moves back to Sleepy Town. Our view finally stops at a small sign where a light attached to it flickers. Our view goes in closer to the sign. Finally, we're able to see 3 little words. "Welcome to Fogwell." And welcome back to TurnTables RPG. So we come back and it's the next day. The sun is up. It looks to be early morning, maybe around 9 a.m. Okay, so mid morning, early morning for me. There is some police barriers and one cop car at the beach, keeping people from going. There's a small crowd kind of gathered around it, and a a red hair that seems to bounce along the crowd almost excitedly before it moves away from the crowd, and we're able to see my character, Cole Van Helsing, of the popular Van Helsings. To hear him tell about it, is he really descended from Van Helsing? Oh, but he sure believes so. He's the mundane, and he is very excited to be here and very excited for a chance to prove himself as a monster hunter himself. And so a lot of times that means his enthusiasm gets the better of him. We see his enthusiasm now as he sprints away from the scene and continues to run through the small town. He stops all of a sudden when he runs past some weird looking alleyway. Looks kind of it's just a dark alley, but the weird thing is that there's a voice coming from inside of it, followed by some small chitters. He seems, however, to not be scared at all as he walks down the alleyway. And with wide eyes, he sees
As Cole comes into the alleyway, he sees sort of floating slightly off the ground, crouched over what looks to very much be a raccoon, uh, uh, being fed a bag of old Big Zedis, is what can only be described as a floating man wearing a green frog hoodie, uh, blue jean overalls, and some work boots. But really, this is only just slightly what begins to describe this strange figure, as his face and hands are ice cold blue. Well, I say his face. His face is actually a skeleton. He he is only a skeleton from the face. Everything else is flesh. He has like ginger red hair, kind of swooped back, glowing green eyes, and he has these fingerless gloves as he's sort of floating over this raccoon, feeding it old Big Zedis, and seemingly smiling. It's hard to really derive emotion from the skeleton face. But he is trying his hardest. This is, of course, my character, Philip the Hex, who is an undead spirit who has been brought back to life in a physical body and has some weird magic going on with him. And he is floating over and leaning over this raccoon and looks very happy, as happy as you can with a skeleton face, as he's like, "Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Philip. I like friendship mostly, and I would really like for you to be my best friend too, you little guy. I like your furry little hands, and your eyes are so pretty and little sparkles. I love them so much. Hey."
Incredible.
makes me happy.
This is not gonna go well with my accent. I'm gonna.
Oh, are you gonna accidentally?
I think I might switch. I might start. I might dip into Philip's accent. It'll be the southern accent of this campaign. Oh man, excellent.
So yeah, so Philip is feeding this raccoon. I don't know if he notices Cole yet. He's sort of just fully. He's fully entranced by this furry little guy who he's determined to make his new best friend.
Philip.
Oh, hello there. If it isn't my best friend Cole, nice to see you. Look, I've made a new friend. We can bring him to the van, and I'll feed him, and I'll love him, and I will call him Jimmy, I think. I actually did not ask his name, so hello. So what would you say your name is? The raccoon does not respond.
Oh, nice to meet you, Jimmy. Listen, there's something crazy going on at the beach right now. We gotta talk about it, but we gotta get the rest of the guys first.
Oh, do we have more friends I get to meet?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. All right. Meet me at the library.
Okay. And he like zips up his frog hoodie shut to hide his face so people do not scream at him as he walks by, and he tries to sort of like force himself onto the ground, because he's always like floating a little bit off the ground, and so he really has to like force and like he awkwardly like walks from place to place, trying to be like, I'm a normal person. Hello.
See you soon, friend.
I'll see you soon, best buddy.
And Cole just grins and takes off again in a door. He doesn't really seem to have anywhere specific that he's going, which does lead him to like getting easily distracted. And so the smell of fresh coffee and warm donuts is something that really, I mean, hey, maybe his friends would like some donuts. So he steps into a local coffee shop, and Cole does not Naruto run. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sure.
He doesn't.
Sure.
He does not. And he steps into the coffee shop, and his eyes dart from the cashier to two figures standing off to the side. And he, instead of approaching that cashier, approaches these two. Who does he find?
Sitting at one of the tables, I think my character Arthur Rain notices Cole walking up, and he kind of groans inwardly, and says, "Not this guy." My character Arthur Rain, playbook The Amnesiac. He stands at about 6 foot, 6'1", late 20s, early 30s, deep olive colored skin. His hair is graying. He's got bags under his eyes. He looks very disheveled. The way he's sitting on his chair right now, his overcoat is slightly shifted to the side, as the sword that he hides back there is slightly kind of like adjusted so that it doesn't stick to the chair for easy access. But he just kind of, with his very pale eyes, looks over at his companion and says, "Please tell me we don't have to listen to this guy." Mars, you're muted.
I'm unmuted now.
Right.
I can use technology. Ren is going to look at Arthur and kind of slowly like turn around in their chair to see Cole running over. And then turn back to Arthur and say, "I don't think we're legally obligated to, if that makes it any better."
I suppose.
He also does seem to be getting into trouble a lot.
Well, that's his own damn fault.
Good
Is Cole
point.
just standing there listening to this?
It's possible.
Cole's just standing there listening to Ren and Arthur just like shit talk him.
Listen, if he approaches like during their conversation, he's going to say something like, "Man, it's always annoying when someone keeps getting themselves in trouble, right?"
Arthur's just gonna take a sip of his coffee.
And,
hey guys. So go ahead.
Yeah. Ren is just going to turn towards Cole and be like, "Hello. It is obnoxious, yes. I would resonate very strongly with that statement.
Is there
Are you just
something you need?"
Well, as a keeper, what I need is, who are these people? Like, tell me about specifically their what playbooks are.
Ren is the chosen. They are, if you have watched last season, they are the human form that Apophis embodied. Which at the end of last season, Apophis got yoked out of Ren's body. That's the official legal medical term for what happens when a snake god gets removed from your body. Yoked out of Ren's body, and Ren chose to be a champion of the Force of Maat, which is like the Egyptian force. It's like almost above a god, of like
The embodiment
order. Yeah. The embodiment of order. So that's where they're at.
Yeah.
They're also at this coffee shop.
And Arthur, again, is the Amnesiac. It's actually a homebrew playbook by @Jabman, I believe. JabmanB on Twitter, and it's very, very cool. But the premise is that Arthur doesn't know who he is in any way, shape, or form. He woke up a couple of months ago with no recollection of who he was or where he came from. And at that point, the intelligence community came in, and he's been kind of shuffled around from agency to agency, not really getting any answers from anybody. And that's where they met Ren and kind of decided to follow them.
Okay. Ren, Arthur, just who I was looking for.
You were looking for us.
Great.
We're here.
Cool. There's something
Getting
weird going on
coffee.
at the beach.
Like what
And
kind of weird?
Okay, so I don't want to get into it here because I don't want to have to repeat it multiple times, but it's weird. And he winks.
Oh God almighty. Right. Yeah.
cool. And we're just the weird experts now. We're okay.
I mean, are you going to say you're not?
No, I am a professional in weirdness.
Do either of you have an Advil? I don't know if it's from coming to this town or meeting certain people, but I really have a headache right now.
I've got ibuprofen. Does that work?
God, yes.
And he digs into a bag that he's carrying around with him, and like you hear a few bottles rattling a bit, and then maybe a few like sounds of like clanking metal together until finally he pulls out a bottle of ibuprofen and offers. Here you go.
Thanks. And he takes a sip. And Arthur will stand and kind of like adjust, his coat, and kind of like shrug and say, "Point the way."
All right, meet me at the library.
That's not the. You want us to go to the library first and not the beach where the weirdness was happening?
Well, the police are at the beach. I mean, if you want to like push past the police, we can do that. Can you do that?
No,
We
I
could.
cannot do that. I mean, we could, but I would rather not due to, we have to live in this town,
Yeah,
Sure.
so
I guess so.
Okay, well, yeah, it's Donnie for what it's worth.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think Arthur's just gonna, without saying another word to Cole, just like walk out.
yep.
Oh,
Ren is going out as well.
Okay. See you guys. I'll
We'll see you at the library at
Yep.
this
Don't
unspecified time.
don't encourage him.
yeah, I'll be at the library in like 15-20 minutes. I got one more stop to make.
So we could have just finished our coffee here then. Let's
Okay, bye. And without even ordering anything, he sprints off.
Oh man, this is interesting. I am enjoying this immensely, actually. Excuse me. I think Arthur's headache has not abated. I mean, ibuprofen doesn't work that fast. But
It can.
So-
It depends. Yeah, like if you two want to like now have a post-cold conversation, go ahead. Take it away.
all conversations are defined between by pre-call and post-call.
It's true.
very true. Do you think that guy is gonna be there? You know. The one.
If Cole is involved, probably. I do. Yeah, I don't know why we're being involved in this. Love to know about the weird stuff. Also, do not want to be constantly on call for every time something strange happens.
I think for right now, we'll be fine. I've got things to check out in the library anyway.
Gonna do some book reading.
I mean, more like look at pictures.
That's depends on who you ask. That could be more exciting than book reading. If you need help looking at pictures, I'm always down to help look at pictures.
Yeah, I just might. We'll see. And we make our way to the library.
Okay. Cole will run off in the direction of the surrounding tree line, but we won't talk too much about what happens in there just yet. We'll talk about that a little bit later. In fact, I mean, how you guys feeling about a small break?
Yeah, sounds good to
Right
me.
now?
I would
Nice
be
little
pro
break.
small break.
Yeah.
Like
By
about
small break, I mean
We've put
it's
in a
our-
whole 30 minutes of roleplay
Yeah.
so far, so I'm exhausted.
Why not?
hard work, right?
Agreed.
Mhm.
So 10 minutes. Everyone cool with 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yep. I think 10 minutes sounds pretty good.
Dope. Cool. Then thank you everybody. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Feel free to get a snack, take a break, restroom break, water break, whatever you need. And we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Ooh.
I do think. I think we need to. I think we need a better. Oh, we're live. Never mind.
I think we just need to. I think we just need to get used to 10 minutes. I think is where
Yeah.
it needs to be.
Mhm.
So.
I was gonna say. I think we need. I think we need another. Like. Not mysterious, dark, or like a nice happy theme that doesn't have a very like banging bass.
This was a guitar, and also the second wolf howl is the 1 minute mark of like, if you're listening to it, technically it's looped twice, so it would be the fourth wolf howl, but the fourth one is the 1 minute mark of like, you've had 9 minutes, now it's time to, you know.
Are you talking about the classic horror?
Oh no, I was talking about the waiting screen.
Oh no, I was saying just in general, like because, or you were saying about the like this, like it somewhat hits the brain in a weird place when it goes on for too long, and so I was saying I think we need something more like not like something like where we're hanging out and it's not like we're on a mission kind of music. I don't know.
Agreed.
I'm spanning for hi everyone again. Sorry if this is too much behind the curtain talk.
What about that Prism light track?
Here, wait. Let me play it. I don't know. This feels very. I think it works. It just feels very like whimsical, you know.
Sure.
Or like I'm speaking to you heart to heart. Like, hey man, I just want to say I really appreciate what you're doing. I love the work you've done. So, and I mean that seriously. I do like not even like outside of this joke bit that I'm doing right now. I do legitimately mean so that I love and appreciate your work that you put into the stream, and I just want you to know that.
Likewise, Chris. Do we want to do a snack check?
I'm down for a good checking of the snacks.
That's also something
Absolutely.
that we would want to like maybe do is as a snack check emote. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah. I have started sketching out some ideas I have.
Nice.
More just like I thought of 2 the other day and I was like, that could work. And then I drew them down so I didn't forget.
Mine is very simple. I have a sugar cookie that I decorated for my birthday as a D20.
Hell yeah.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah, we made several of those. So
Maybe it will bring you good luck in your rolls.
maybe. Oh god.
Eric
I'm
says
eating
snake
a
check.
bowl of tortilla chip with no dip.
So just a tortilla chip?
Just circle.
Grilling.
Excellent.
I have hot chocolate, coconut macaroon because we had some upstairs, and these weird little like granola ball bites that are just like little granola nuggets, and they're chocolate flavored because we ran out of fruit flavored ones, but they're good. It's my snack. Also, my hot chocolate's somehow cold already. I made it literally less than 10 minutes ago.
I got a little bag of Fritos.
Very cute.
Honey barbecue. Oh no, honey barbecue. They're tasty. I like them.
Holy shit, Barlbean. Just wait
They're
up.
sweet and spicy.
Ooh.
Just flex on us, man.
Yeah.
Little shittily iced sugar cookie.
Pineapples and a tortilla. That sounds like a good snack.
Just a tortilla, Des? You got something in there, bud?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Sydney.
Are you talking to me?
Sydney
You want...
No, I was talking to Des with his pineapples and a tortilla. Sydney, I scarfed down a real fast meal of Thai basil. Don't judge. Sorry, Des.
Listen, y'all. Sometimes you just want a tortilla. A tortilla. Yeah. That's what those are called. Tortillas have stuff in them. Tortillas you can eat by themselves.
Mm. Uh,
Yeah, so this was fun, everyone. Thank you for coming to the last episode of Turntables RPG. I'm gonna kick everyone out of the server now.
Whoa.
y'all want to hear the cursed food my best friend from elementary school had for lunch every day in elementary school? It's related to tortillas.
Okay.
All right. She had a tortilla covered in peanut butter with ham in it and then rolled up.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. You had me
Yep.
until you said ham.
Yup. And that was what she had for lunch every day.
Like, I'd eat a peanut butter and jelly
Yeah.
tortilla. Like,
Peanut butter tortilla sounds fine. Peanut butter and ham tortilla sounds not so great.
I'm shaking my head at Des, not at you, Morris.
okay, I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because I could hear how he would have said it. He would have said it. Honestly, that doesn't sound that bad, Morris.
Yeah. I can vouch for it being weird. But I don't remember much past that because this was like 10 years ago.
Like, in all honesty, like, if I was starving to death, I'd eat it.
Mm.
It-
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. For sure.
They're less than the sum. I feel like it's less than the sum of its parts. Like if I had those 3 ingredients and I was starving, I would not combine the 3 ingredients. Like I might combine the ham and the tortilla or the peanut butter and the tortilla, but I would not combine all 3.
Mm-hmm. Let the tortilla and the ham be together, and then just eat the peanut butter like a snack afterwards.
like, I guess a better way of saying it is, if I went over to a friend's house and their parents made me if they were having dinner and they invited me for dinner and their dinner was that, I'd eat it without complaining. I'd think it was weird, but I'd be like, well, families have weird meals sometimes. That's fine.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I don't think it would be gross to taste. It's just a weird combination of things.
Yeah.
I personally would not put together.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like it's no secret my distrust of Cheetos.
What? What do you mean?
In general, how I dislike Cheetos. And like I have had Cheetos before. In both their like the flaming hot Cheeto form and in their puff form.
You had them in their macaroni form.
No, thank goodness.
Significantly worse.
Thank goodness I have not. But for like, I think that is the one food that possibly, if I was starving, I would not eat, is Cheetos, because again, it's just the affront of its smell on my nose for several hours in a hot car traveling through the Chihuahuan desert with my brothers who loved Cheetos and would breathe into my face when they fell asleep. It has scarred my taste buds for Cheetos, unfortunately.
I will say that I had a choice between these and Cheetos, and I purposefully chose these because I did not want to eat Cheetos in front of you.
Thank you. You know what? I really appreciate that, Dustin.
No problem.
You're a real one.
Can't stop thinking about the Cheetos mac and cheese. It was so bad.
Hi,
Hello,
Hypnotic
Hypnotic Sheet.
Hi, Hypnotic
We were
Sheet.
very on sync there, Dustin.
Trying to think. Yeah, no, I think so. That was our snack check. We do it after every break. At least we try to. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find a snack, to be honest with y'all. I hesitate to like come back with like a single graham cracker or something along those lines.
That sounds like a baller snack, though.
It actually, you know what? It actually does sound really good right now.
Especially like covered in peanut butter.
I legitimately looked for graham crackers whenever I went for my snack today. Like that, I'm not lying to you. But we were out. We didn't have any, so I had chips instead.
Is there any popcorn in that box back there, Dustin? Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the reason it's still there.
Dope.
Hypnotic Sheep is not having a snack, but has had cheese and crackers earlier, and I think that counts.
Extremely so.
It's in the spirit.
I actually, speaking of cheese and crackers, I met I play in this group now, or like in this game group that here in Austin, and one of my gaming mates does not like the Wallace and Gromit movies, specifically because they don't like the texture of the claymation. Like they think the texture is really weird. And we're actually meeting up this Saturday. Very excited about it because they're coming out with a new Wallace and Gromit movie, and I'm very excited to talk to them about it and see how they feel. But I think it's one of those things where like Wallace and Gromit and then like the Chicken Run movie, like that kind of like claymation just doesn't sit well with them. And I'd never experienced that before.
I can understand it. Like, I remember when I was first introduced to Wallace and Gromit. Like, I didn't have that reaction, but something inside of me said that somebody could. Like there was just something about it, and I'm like,
yeah,
there's something about this texture.
Definitely.
I didn't like Chicken Run, but I think that was like the design of the chicken. And also, I watched it when I was really young, and like the whole movie is about the chickens trying not to get murdered.
Yeah.
So as a child, I was like, "What is this film?" But I love the Wallace and Gromit textures. Like that's I have the exact opposite reaction to this person. I love it.
Agreed. I told them to check out Kubo and the Two Strings because it's the paper animation and that looks really cool.
I've not watched that, but I've always I want to watch that movie.
Definitely do it. We should watch it.
Hell yeah.
It's very, very good.
Another movie to add to my increasingly long list of movies to watch.
Like Kubo looks really good, and I've always wanted to watch it. I just never made the time for it.
Definitely.
So, there's a train going by.
Good.
Hi, Teddy. Everybody say hi, Teddy.
Rip.
Speaking of trains, unrelated, the tornado sirens go off every first Tuesday of the month and scared the shit out of me today, because they go off at 10, and that was like as I was starting bio class, and I was like, what the fuck just happened to my Zoom? And then I realized it was just the outside noises, the outside yelling.
It was the outside yelling. That's right.
It was the outside yelling.
Oh no.
Hop in the call. State your case here, Masha.
She knows.
I'm not gonna lie, like half of the screenshots I have of us as a group are gremlin shots, or you actually look really nice in them, Masha.
And you chose.
No. Y'all don't get to say that because I was like, I put it up as a joke, and then I was like, I should actually put up a really nice one. And all of you, all three of you,
what?
were like, all three of you were like,
nah.
What are you talking about?
They're like, no, it looks great.
How could you accuse us of this?
How dare you? When did I ever say that?
Y'all are watching a live murder happen on stream right now.
Wow.
They're tossing me under the bus as we speak. The wheels are going over my body, breaking my bones.
Why would I have voted for that when we have this wonderful picture that is also a very realistic depiction of Masha?
Oh man.
What?
Because I don't have that JPEG.
I will send you that JPEG.
Okay.
Listen, I want the JPEG you have of me because like
I keep meaning to
personally-
digitize them.
Yeah,
I will digitize them this week and
That's
send
fine.
them to y'all.
like take your
because
time. Obviously, you got a life to live, but like
Absolutely, I do not. Here's so here's Dustin. It's not focusing.
I'm the shape of a friend.
Here's Chris. These are my images for if any of their cameras aren't working. I just stick them to my laptop screen, and it's like they're really there.
Bartleby coming to my rescue.
Also, I realize where I recognize Hypnotic Sheep from. They're a member of the Crit Crew.
Hey, nice.
I was like, I know I recognize that Twitch name, username. So, hello,
Yeah.
Hypnotic Sheep.
Dope.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Any member of the Crit Crew is welcome.
We're disorganized, mess.
Very much so.
This is our first episode back in a while, so we're getting back into the groove of things. And
We really are a disorganized mess with high production value.
that's exactly yeah.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
that's
right now I'm
basically-
just listening to story blocks trying to find anything.
that's me in real life.
I'm a
mess with high
disorganized.
production value.
Yeah. I'm a disorganized mess with mediocre production value. I don't know what production value.
Nah.
Look at that!
Have
Look
you
at
seen-
that background.
Have you seen that septum
That is
piercing?
fair. That is
Yeah.
also fair.
You definitely have
Yeah,
the high production
you got
value.
high
going.
production
You're
I
good.
got that
Definitely.
high production value. Also, interior design tip: make sure your swords are right by your pride flags.
Nice. Hi, Batfood Dreadful.
Mine are right over there.
Welcome to the chat.
Hello.
Hi, Bad Food Dreadful.
Welcome. Again, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is not Masha actually holding herself up like that for several minutes. It is an image, and hopefully Masha will be joining us soon. But
Right. But until then, the library.
the library.
What do you guys? Are you waiting in the library or outside the library?
Arthur will definitely be inside the library.
Yep. As will Ren.
As you walk into the library, I imagine Philip is already there in the children's section, and he has sort of hoarded all the books on his shelves and has made a little fort that he is slowly like reading through and dismantling. He still has his hoodie up and zipped up so no one sees him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if he can see through the hoodie or not.
Don't make eye contact.
just-
Don't make eye contact. Don't call out.
And Ren looks over to Arthur and is like, I am avoiding eye contact at all. Yeah,
Let's
not looking over there.
Let's just sneak over here. And they're gonna quietly try and like give Philip kind of like a wide berth.
Yep. I think I can't get over the scene of two dudes with swords entering this library while a guy in a frog hoodie who's actually has a skeleton for a face is sitting in the children's corner, like surrounded by children's books. I can't get past that image in my mind.
Welcome to season 2 of Turntables Monster of the Week, baby. This is the vibe.
Oh,
So
man.
the library itself is actually empty, and I mean like completely empty. There is not a single other person there.
In that case, then, when he hears movement of any kind,
God damn.
Philip's gonna
Oh,
look
no.
up and wave and be like, "Oh, hello!"
I think Arthur or Ren.
Nice.
I can't.
That's gonna happen a lot, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, the new Chuck and Teddy kind of.
Hey,
Uh,
Sydney, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's my wife.
Thank you.
Wow.
Your wife.
Hell yeah.
My wife.
Wow.
Ren is going to freeze dead in their tracks as Philip waves at them.
Arthur's gonna quickly grab a book off of the shelf and just like open it up as if he's trying to like, pass himself off as like just an average library goer.
I think Philip sort of understands that no one's here and unzips his frog hoodie and like pulls it down, revealing his swept back ginger red hair as he sort of gets up and like hunched over starts floating towards you because his bones are weird, and as the skeleton man, half skeleton, half zombie man sort of floats towards you. He's like, "Hello, nice to see you again. I don't know if you remember me. My name's Philip. I hang out with Cole a lot. We're good friends, and I'm sure we'll now be best friends too." What book are you reading? Is that Catcher in the Rye? Oh, I love that book too. I don't actually read that much because I don't know how to, but sometimes I just like looking at the words because they make pretty pictures if you squint.
I have the book upside down. How'd you? That's actually kind of impressive.
I can't read.
Ren, please say something.
How am I supposed to react to this? There's nothing I can say in this context that would make any sense.
I love your little scaly bits. They're fun. I'd like to accessorize more, but I don't own anything.
Thanks. It's has nothing. It's yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Philip. I assume Cole has sent you here to wait for him because of mysterious activities at the beach.
Oh, Cole, he loves his little adventures and his little stories so much, and I just love to see him happy. And so if he always gets these ideas in his heads, and I know you guys are like all professional, like you have your magic swords, or I don't know if they're magic. Be cool if they were. Wouldn't be surprised. And and so I think it's just so cool that you're helping him out and sort of helping him live his fantasies. Well, actually, not fantasies. They're real to him, and so they're real to me.
Arthur has checked out. I think he's just standing there and kind of like.
Yep, monster hunting, just a fun fantasy, and not anything that would impact someone's life and future in a drastic way.
How
Glad
many
we
monsters
can
have
help
you
Cole.
killed?
I do not know.
That's fun. I don't know many things too.
Right. So
Right.
I've got some stuff to.
You want
to
me
look
to
up-
help you find a book? I can help you find a book.
And the door slams open.
Oh, thank God.
and Cole is there, kind of panting a little bit and looking around, like his gaze it sees you guys, but then keeps looking around for a second before he steps in and closes the door and goes, "Whew, good, nobody else showed up. Man, that would have been awkward. Hang on, I gotta go get Clock back in."
No one likes to read books anymore. They're always on their little Facebooks.
And
Did he just?
Cole,
Did he just
Cole,
leave this
why'd you-
entire building unmanned?
I'm in
Doc.
charge when he's not here.
Hey, Nate Dogg.
Hello, Nate Dog.
Oh no!
You're in charge.
I'm his best friend, and so I just sort of assumed if he's not here, then I am in charge.
So you've just appointed yourself. That seems Do you get paid? Because that could break some labor laws.
I don't get paid. I don't know. I don't have a real concept of how much money's worth.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
okay, I don't either.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. I'm clocked back in. We should be good to go.
My headache's back.
Would you like me to help? I get a good brain massage.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
He's sort of like he twingles his cold dead fingers towards you.
Ren is going to like sling their backpack off their shoulder and turn to Arthur and say, "Do you need more Advil?"
I don't even think it's safe anymore. Or fucking this goddamn Scottish accent. I don't think it's safe to take anymore. But yeah, can you give me some?
You have to wait like at least 5 hours, or else you'll get a bad tummy ache.
It wouldn't be as bad as this. Oh, this headache.
I hear that stuff can kill your kidneys.
Yeah, well.
Ren is going to take out a little container of Advil.
Nice. Arthur's just gonna
And they probably
nod
kidneys
at
aren't that
Cole's
useful.
words and just take another hit of the Advil.
Okay. So he moves over to the there's a counter set up near the door where there's a computer that's a little old, like it's still got one of the fat monitors to it. It doesn't have a flat screen monitor. Like it's obvious that the library itself is probably in need of a good upgrade. They may still be using the catalog system rather than the computer system. Not really. They do have computers set up for people to use, but like it's a pretty old establishment. But he walks behind the counter for a second, looks around again one more time before he stands there, and then leans in a little closer, puts his elbows on the counter, and he goes, "Okay, so get this. They found a body on the beach."
I'm a body, but I'm not on the beach.
And he just kind of lets it sit there like it's the biggest news.
I feel like you're enjoying this too much.
I just like hanging out with you guys.
I'm definitely not talking to you, Philip.
Okay.
Though you also are enjoying it too much, I feel like. Is there anything abnormal about the body, or have you just brought us here to report someone died? Because that happens a lot.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, this is the 4th one this year. I mean, that's kind of weird, right? They say that they think the person jumped off the lighthouse again.
Does it not have like a guardrail?
It does. It has a guardrail and a locked door.
You all have a good therapist in town, because sounds like you may need one.
I can give good therapy.
No, you cannot.
Well, tell me about your problems. You never ask.
More like you never ask.
He is pretty
Okay.
good. He is pretty good at listening.
I'm a great listener. If there's one thing on my head, it's ears. And he sort of whipples his cold dead ears.
Oh my gosh.
Bad Food Dreadful, you've not missed anything.
Literally
it's just
nothing. Yeah.
It's literally just like this right now.
Yeah.
So there's a dead body on the beach. Do you want me to do you want us to investigate the body, or
I mean, yeah, like it's obviously sad that someone has died, but this is the 4th one, and just like all the ones before it, no one is able to see the body except for the police.
oh, weird.
That is standard practice, I believe. They don't normally let people go look at corpses just because they want to.
Yeah, but But I mean, there's never a funeral or visitation or anything.
I can imagine that jumping off of a lighthouse is not going to leave a very pleasant remains. It is not uncommon for them to not have a funeral in the case of such remains.
I mean, if it's properly mangled, I don't see why not. I could see why they wouldn't have a funeral. I mean, where would it if we can't see the body on the beach? Where would they take it next? The coroner.
Yeah, probably. It's not like there's a hospital to keep it around here.
Are we breaking into the coroner's office?
Well, that's not what I mean. I'm
That's
just saying,
illegal.
is it not weird? Like, one
No, it
person
does
is
not seem weird.
one person is sad. Two people is a tragedy, but 4 people in less than 6 months?
Things happen. That makes it sound like murder. It sometimes dealing with the loss of someone is hard. I don't know.
Well, look, I'm stuck here working. I got to work all day today. Mr. Baker is out of town for the next few days. Can you guys... Okay, look. I know that I can get excitable sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like there's something more here. And like, I don't know.
If we could see the body, maybe, but other than that, I don't know what else we could do.
If you want, I can gaze into the dark abyss to see the future.
Wait, what?
Can you actually do that?
I mean, yeah.
You just like can do that.
I can, yeah, I
That's
can.
not that weird. I mean,
I reach down into the deep, dark voices in my head and they tell me things to come.
I've known some people
I think
who have some weird stuff. That one's still weird though.
Arthur's just gonna look back and forth between the two of them and then look at Cole and be like, "What?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
He was in the children's section."
Okay.
Okay. So is that a yes?
I mean,
But there
what
are no
do
children at this library.
Anybody's allowed in the library.
Yes.
fair enough.
I just mean Philip can be disconcerting. Sorry, Philip.
My name is Philip.
That's
Okay,
correct.
well, I mean, if we can't see the body on the beach, then dark voices of the abyss it is.
Okay, well, there's some limitations. I can only, it's not like I can see whatever I want. I just sort of get, and sometimes it doesn't work if I'm not feeling up, if I'm a little tuckered out. But it's just general things. If you want me to, I can try.
I mean,
Shoot your shot, I guess. That's not the right phrase. That is not the right phrase. That is not what they meant to say.
Well, with that, Philip will shoot his shot, and I'm going to do Cast of the Bones.
nice.
Which is once per mystery, I may perform some kind of divination to glean information about the future. When you seek Guidance by divination, roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, hold 2. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. On a miss, you get some information, but it's not what you want to hear. Spend those holds to ask any question from investigate a mystery, move, or one of the following questions. What can I gain from this person, place, thing, creature who has touched this person, place, thing, or creature before me? The keeper will answer truthfully with either a direct answer or how to find out more. So, how this works visually is you hear Philip start coughing and gagging like a cat, and then he spews out a bunch of wet, slimy bones from deep inside of him onto the floor. And they go into, and as they land, they sort of land in very dark, cryptic, like hieroglyphic patterns. And Philip and they sort of glow green as Philip stares at them. And that is, and I'm now going to make my sharp roll.
God almighty.
Hey Philip, do you just like store bones in your body? Like,
Well, everyone does. Do you not store bones in your body? That's weird.
don't think it's normally called storage.
Okay, I have a 0 sharp, by the way, so just gonna throw that out there. This will go either way. Okay, I rolled a 3 and a 5, which is an 8. So I hold 1. And my question would be, I guess, what happened here in regards to just any information on what could have caused this horrid experience, or where I can go to find out such things.
So, how does it work exactly? Like he's got voices in his head that tell him.
I think it's somewhat vague in the sense that I just gain information. I don't. I just threw voices as like a flavor thing, but however you want to play it. If you want it to be an actual voice in my head, or if you want to just be like you have a feeling that sort of pulls you in this direction.
Okay. So, okay, I got it. When you,
Gaze upon the bones.
when you do this thing, nothing seems to happen for a second. Like for an obnoxiously long second, nothing seems to happen, and like Cole is leaning closer and closer to the bones every moment. And then suddenly everyone hears the sound of something behind them. And when you turn to look, a computer that had been previously turned off has flickered on to a section of like where like basically the Dewey Decimal System or whatever, directing you to some history books.
Oh, good. I didn't know I had Bluetooth. And he's going to pick up his bones and eat them.
All right.
My guy. Chris,
Okay,
what is it with your characters and storing stuff in their stomachs?
Well, I
Because
don't
with
know.
Coda, he also had a storage compartment
Mm-hmm.
accessed by eating things.
And Fleshcar.
And Fleshcar.
And plus crowd. Okay, so I think
Oh,
Philip's
man.
gonna float over to the computer and see what books are being recommended, and then try to go find those.
It actually looks like it's recommending to you books of newspaper clippings.
Okay, I found it looks like the dark voices of the interwebs has given me newspaper clippings. Guess I'll go find those.
I think Arthur's still just kind of like standing there, processing what happened. Because again, Arthur only has memories of like the past few months, and he just witnessed something that he may never forget. Truly.
I'm glad.
And I think he's just kind of like processing the weird ass world that he now lives in.
I think Ren is kind of looking at Arthur and kind of turns to them and is like, that is probably not the weirdest thing we'll see all day.
Please,
But you do think some weird stuff's happening.
please don't say that.
I think that, unfortunately, I tend to attract weird stuff. Nothing ever seems to be normal. I don't seem to just have normal issues. So knowing my luck, it's probably some creature. I can't think of a creature that would do this, but some sort of awful little darkness creature.
I think
That's cool.
Arthur's gonna just kind of like laugh and say, "Fair enough. Just if we can find that creature and I can stick my sword in it, I think I can probably process this a little better."
I am all for sticking swords in shit that is just too weird. So let's.
But I'm assuming we shouldn't stick our sword in Philip.
Unfortunately, I think that is antithetical to his mission.
And
And
I
also
may be
our-
dead, but I will feel everything.
So then I guess we just kind of have to live with this.
I don't.
You sure don't, Philip.
Could you just pass me the ibuprofen bottle?
Yeah,
Thank you.
you
Kind of like tucks it
you
into
can
his,
do this.
he tucks it into his jacket. Oh,
You should probably see a doctor.
I have, and they don't help.
Doctors are notoriously unhelpful.
Do you know any doctors?
Okay, out of character, Turntables RPG does not say that doctors are unhelpful, and we should in fact listen to our health
Correct.
specialists.
Also,
Yes.
do not take ibuprofen or acetaminophen like in regular in regular occurrence. Please follow the label and the directions on the label.
It
And
has
if you're-
been like half an hour, and Arthur has taken like 7 ibuprofen. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Correct.
Gonna have a bad night. Also, Ren does somewhat know a doctor.
Yeah, Red does know a doctor, huh?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
forget that Red knows a doctor.
Wow, yeah.
I just like Ren being like,
Doctors are
yeah.
notoriously unhelpful. Somewhere, Alex cries.
Somewhere,
Anime single tier.
yeah, somewhere
If you
out
want to
there.
understand our reference, please watch Turntables RPG Season 1 on YouTube.com.
Or wait until the recaps are done.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think is it easy enough, Keeper, to find the books that were laid out on the computer?
Yes, because they're basically going to be giving the answer at this point to what happened here, or more so, why it's weird.
Mhm.
So, the book itself leads to newspaper clippings, or the computer itself leads to newspaper clippings from 50 years ago. And in these newspaper clippings, there's an entire segment of the book talking about people falling to their deaths from the lighthouse. And it's over the course of just 1 year. There's about 20 people who die from that. And while in like a big city, that may not like be that, like, I mean, that big of a deal. In a small community like this, especially since it was even smaller then, that's like like a noticeable percentage of the population.
For sure.
Out of character, I also have a beginning of mystery move.
Okay.
I don't know when a good time to like put that in narratively is, but it is Destiny's Plaything. At the beginning of each mystery, roll plus weird and see what is revealed about your immediate future. On a 10 plus, the keeper will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery. On a 7 to 9, you get a vague hint about it. On a miss, something bad is going to happen to you.
Neat.
I mean, realistically, it technically is the start of the mystery. You know, we just like barely learned about the bodies and stuff like that, so
yeah,
could still track.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, roll it. See what happens.
All right. Let's hope for not a failure. 4 and 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8.
Nice.
Math.
So, what is the mixed success result?
You get a vague hint about your immediate future. You get a vague hint about a useful detail in the coming mystery that is relevant, that is revealed about my immediate future, basically.
Okay, I know what I want to reveal. I'm just trying to think of how I can reveal it.
It also doesn't have to... Ren doesn't have to be hit with this revelation or whatever right now.
Is there something that any of our characters could do to help push that circumstance along, Keeper?
Not yet. I'm going to hold on to it for just a minute.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like, I just think it's the library specifically that is... That we need to...
Move along.
Yeah, once we move along from the library, which, no rush, you can do whatever you want in the library, but that's when I'll spring it on you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
While we're looking at these newspaper clippings, would it be possible, DM, for I'm trying to think. I guess it would still be investigate a mystery. Would it be possible for me to investigate a mystery?
Yeah.
Dope. And then I'll think up of what the possible question to ask would be. That's plus sharp.
Sure.
Yo, that's an 11 straight out.
Oh, so that's hold 2, I think?
I believe so. Yes, hold 2. Okay, so I think my question for investigative mystery is the first one. I would like to spend a hold to ask what is being concealed here.
So the big like headlines are about people dying, and the number continues to go up as you look through. Arthur skims through some of the articles rather than, you just had mentioned that actually neither of you can read.
You're right.
Things are happening in this article. I can feel it.
Okay.
Arthur's looking at those
Please read
pictures
this for
really.
me.
Really.
Yeah, let's see. Is there anything in the pictures?
What a pitfall.
I mean, I can
We have two characters who cannot read.
Can you please read this?
And we're in a library.
Yeah, it's sad times. Okay, I guess technically you don't have to say the information. I just need to give you the information, right?
Mm-hmm.
So someone else can technically read it.
Yeah.
We'll say that it is in one of the articles that Arthur is holding, though, and like skimming, like looking through the pictures and things like that, and in other, like, excuse me, in other places, like when someone passes away, there's like a picture of like a what are those called? The things that you would get when you go to a funeral, like the obituary imageries and things like
yeah,
that.
like a pamphlet.
Yeah, like basically one of those, in memoriam things.
Yeah.
And like in other deaths, even in this newspaper, there are like pictures of that put in there. But for the deaths of anything involving what seems to be going on in the headlines, there's not a single picture of any of the victims.
Mm-hmm.
Not one picture of any of the victims.
So it's pretty similar to what's happening now, where it's like...
It seems, yes, it seems like they were also not given funerals or visitations.
So are you saying that this happened 15 years ago, but there was a space in between the 15 years ago and now
50.
That wasn't happening.
50.
Okay, 50. Okay, sorry.
Like 3 years before Ren was born.
So it happened 50 years ago. When did it stop? And and it's just recently started again 4 years ago.
No, I think it started this year. It's just been 4 bodies this year.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
4 bodies in the past 6 months have shown up.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened then. It was just over the course of exactly 1 year.
Ren, I for the life of me, I don't know why I opened this book if I couldn't read it. But they're not showing any of the faces of the victims. I'm pretty sure Cole said something about that too.
And I think Ren is going to kind of lean over Arthur's shoulder to take a look at this.
And Arthur shows them the pages, like nothing, like no pictures of the open casket or anything like that. Or
Yep. And the like reading it, Ren, it mentions their names, but it never mentions anything like when a funeral or a visitation may be for them. Even if you were to look in the obituaries themselves, there's no, the funeral will be held at such and such time, which I don't know how it is in larger towns, but that they definitely do that in smaller towns. Like where I live, if you read an obituary, it will tell you when the funeral is going to be.
Mm-hmm. What could have happened to them to where they're not even given last rites?
I don't know. I can understand certain families not wanting to hold a public funeral in the case of tragedy. But...
We'll even say this. Sorry, I'm going to give you one more bit of information that goes along with what's being concealed here. Since Rin is reading it, the families are even complaining that they are not able to see the bodies of the dead.
Oh.
Maybe when they fell, their faces got all messed up, and now it's sort of not nice to look at them.
That would not be out of the question, but still, if the families are requesting to see, no matter what the circumstances is, I don't know a lot about,
the law,
funeral law, but it seems like you would have to show the family if they're requesting, and you're able to. So why aren't they able to?
I don't know.
What's being hidden?
I think Arthur is gonna kind of put up the book, and he's gonna shift uncomfortably and say, "I'm gonna go to the beach. I feel like I need to see it. I need to get as close as possible."
But the body's gone, right? Right, Cole? Did you say they took the body?
I don't know. They wouldn't let you see anything. but I guess so.
I mean,
Okay
if they
then.
If it's
if
still
they
there,
haven't taken the body yet,
yeah. If it's still
Yeah.
there, we can try and find a vantage point, something to
Okay.
try
Like
and
the
see.
lighthouse.
well, I think they're gonna have closed off the lighthouse, but
We could sneak in like little sneakers.
I hesitate to agree with Philip, but he is right.
we could sneak in like little sneakers. If that is technically a sound plot. I've not got any better ideas other than look from different angles, so I'm not opposed to sneaking like
Okie
little
dokie.
sneakers.
And Arthur, if you want, sometimes we could take reading lessons together and we can learn to read, just you and I.
Oh, Arthur's gonna turn and walk away.
Okay. He seems
Right.
to be. I think his head hurts a bit. I hope he's okay.
Good luck, guys. I'll be here if you need me.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye, Miss
yeah.
Letty.
Woo!
Bye, Cole. Thanks for letting us know about a dead guy.
Well, I mean, when you put it that way, it sounds weird.
I mean, it is weird. You approached us in a coffee shop and said, "Hey, there's a guy dead on the beach." So
Somebody's got to do something.
you're not wrong. It's just weird. It's a weird way to go about it.
Anyway, let's go, gang. We are the little sneakers.
Well, if you give me your phone number next time, I'll text.
I don't have a phone.
He
I
just
think
looks.
Ren just stands there like, do I give Cole my phone number?
He's got the biggest puppy dog eyes, like just looking up at you, like just.
Roll manipulate someone.
I think Ren is just going to sigh and give Cole their phone number.
Yes.
Let me know if you find any updates or overhear any exciting library gossip about this body.
Okay, I'll text you my name so you know who I am,
Okay,
and you can make sure you say my number.
I will. I'll make sure to save it.
He's so happy.
Oh,
And
man.
I'm happy that he's happy.
What a
If I had a phone number, I would save his phone number thousands of times.
Ren definitely just saves Cole's phone number as like red-haired guy from the library.
Even though the first thing in there is Cole Van Helsing, because
Yeah.
he did in fact, and he sent his whole name because of course he did.
Yeah. And Ren is just like, yeah, I don't I'm just gonna put who his description, not gonna put his name.
Red-haired library boy.
How long does it how long does it take to get to the beach from the library?
I mean, it's a pretty small town. Like by foot, you could probably walk there in 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I think Arthur's gonna jog more than likely. Hopefully to try and get there a little bit faster, but he also, the headache is not going away, and I think he's slightly hoping that the physical exertion will maybe, pump some endorphins or something to numb the pain a little bit. When he gets to the beach, is it still crowded, or are the police still there?
There's still barriers, and there's a cop car still there. Like,
Okay.
But before we get there, really quickly, Rin, you feel Let's see. How am I going to do it this way? You feel a weight in your pocket that wasn't there a second ago.
Ren
It's
is
not a
going-
heavy one, but it's
Mhm.
like, you know how like whenever you have like just something a little bit bulky in your pocket, like
Mhm.
it's like that. Like you can feel that there is something in your pocket that was not there a moment ago.
Ren is going to check that out.
It is a um it is a pair of Raycon earbuds. That's right, Raycon earbuds. I'm not lying. It is in fact a pair of earbuds. It doesn't have to be Raycon. I don't like that. That was just a big joke because everybody's getting sponsored by Raycon. But it
Yeah.
is a pair of earbuds that have in your pocket with a container. Like, here's mine. Here's my little like it's something like this with the earbuds in it.
Hmm.
That's what it is.
Ren's just gonna put it back in their pocket and like kind of just brush it off. Like they're definitely confused about it, but random earbuds showing up in their pocket isn't the strangest thing they've had to deal with, so they're just like, okay, I guess I've got ghost earbuds now.
There you go. True. Yeah. So I hope that's mysterious enough.
It certainly is.
All right. So all right. Now onto the beach. Yeah.
Beach
so when
time.
you get to the beach, there's still like a small like a few people there, rubbernecking, just kind of like trying to see over the cop car or something. But there's one cop who's standing there leaning up against the police, the vehicle, basically the car. And yeah, that's what you see so far.
Are there any other vehicles like parked next to the patrol car?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, nothing there right now.
Where's a doctor to be
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm a doctor, let me see the body when you need one.
I can pretend to be a doctor.
If Arthur pushes his way through the rubberneckers, he'll see like the barrier, and then I'm assuming like another patrolman or something kind of like covering the view, or is the body still there? Is it covered on the sand?
So, first off, as you approach, there's only one police officer there.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of holds up a hand and nothing to see here. Move along. But if you look past him, there's nothing behind him other than sand.
Okay, so the body's gone then.
Used to.
Mm-hmm. And the area that he's like cordoning off is like essentially the entrance to like the lighthouse property, and then kind of like the area like 50 foot radius area around it, I'm assuming.
It's basically keeping you from going to the beach at all.
Okay, gotcha. I think I mean Arthur's not gonna like make this cop like, you know, he's gonna stop where he is when the cop tells him to stop, but he's not gonna go away. I think he's just gonna continue looking and scanning. And here at the scene of the death, or at the death scene, I would like to expend my second hold to ask, what sort of creature is it?
What sort of creature? these fake questions are always hard to answer. What exactly are you looking for? I know that sounds like a weird question, but it'll make sense eventually.
Mm-hmm. No.
What are you looking for?
I think Arthur has, if there's anything that he has kind of like begun to understand about the brief glimpses into his past that he's gained over the past couple of months. And when I mean brief, I mean brief. It's kind of like he understands the language of violence. And so he's staring at the scene knowing that the person dropped, but trying to assess if perhaps, there's like any indication that they were pushed or that maybe the drop wasn't what killed them.
I don't know if you'd be able to tell that specifically,
Mm-hmm.
but when you say what kind of creature is it, are you wanting to know what kind of creature was it that caused this man to be found on the beach? Is that what you're wondering?
Yes.
Not your question. Okay, then I can answer this question, and I know how to answer it. And that is, as you look out over the water, ooh. Yeah, I think we're going to burn this early. As Arthur stares out over the water, he drops.
Oh no.
Hey, Saul,
Oh no.
why don't you tell the viewers at home what's special about the amnesiac?
Yes, okay. So for the viewers at home, one of the very, very cool moves that at JabmanB on Twitter has created for the amnesiac move is a two-pronged kind of like baked-in move that's the quest for identity and muddled past. And the way that it works is that when you create the character, you choose 3 base questions from your quest of identity that your character is trying to answer about themselves. They answer this by having to undergo the muddled past, which forces them to relive traumatic memories from their past, which will allow them to be able to answer one of those questions possibly as they continue to piece these memories together. I think you're right, DM, or you're right, Keeper. I think that Arthur does drop, but he kind of like drops to his knees in kind of like a very slack pose. Oh man. So when I experience a traumatic memory, I tell the Keeper what question I'm interested in answering, and one thing I see in my memory, and then you tell me what else I see. So,
right. One quick thing I'll say, instead of you just collapsing there, that headache you've been having gets just so much worse. And then you can drop your knees from there.
Nice. I think the question I'd like to know is, I think what Arthur wants to know, looking out at the beach and thinking about this person who has died and that their family will not get to see them laid to rest or know really what happened to them. I think the question that Arthur wants to ask is, where is my family? And I think what he sees is a different coastline with crashing waves and a rocky coast. And he's sitting barefoot in the sand, or he's standing barefoot on like the pebbles. and he can see vague figures of like 6 or 7 people kind of like running down the beach towards him.
All right. And the additional thing that I will add is there is a prominent figure in Arthur's vision that seems to stand out above others. That seems to be standing uh, on the coastline itself, with long dark hair and a almost pure white dress, it would seem.
I think so. Again, with the muddled past, when this happens, I gain 1 hold ongoing, and directly after gaining this hold, I can choose to attempt to answer a question from my quest for memory. If I do, I have to roll plus sharp with a -3 modifier, though I can expend that hold to attempt to negate, like, give it a +1, essentially make it a -2. However, I think Arthur's gonna latch on to the figure with the long dark hair and the white dress, but he comes back to consciousness with like tears running down his face, and it's just like a rattled gasp of as he kind of like steadies himself and tries to like get back to his feet. But I will not attempt to answer that question as of yet. I'd like to keep that hold
That's
for when I get
fine.
more information.
And let me answer your other question, because that figure that you saw in your mind, the woman with long dark hair and a pure white dress, it's not the same,
Mm-hmm.
but there is almost a reflection of that catches the corner of your eye. But by the time you look up to the lighthouse, it's gone.
I think Arthur unsteadily gets back up to his feet, kind of, and says nothing to the cop, and just turns around and goes back to regroup with Ren. I don't know if they meet like halfway, or Ren and Philip, I guess. I keep trying. I don't know.
Damn trunks.
So.
Yeah, I think Ren was kind of like, whereas Arthur was running to the beach, I think Ren was just kind of like doing a leisurely jog, trying to like kind of keep up with Arthur, but also they are wearing jeans and a denim vest and don't really want to be exercising in that. But also, like, just trying to kind of keep up. And I kind of imagine that like Arthur sort of goes around this lighthouse to like talk to this cop, and fall down right in front of him, having a memory. And kind of when Ren like turns the corner around this lighthouse, like Arthur is just kind of getting up, hopefully not giving up. Yeah. I don't know.
Arthur's gonna run up to Ren, for sure, and just kind of like breathlessly, he's gonna be like, I remembered something.
Do you want to talk about it, or just?
It was a flash, but I remembered another beach, and there was a woman there. I think it was a woman. They had long dark hair, and they had a white dress, and they were something else. And I swear to you, and he's looking at you, and you know that he's had like a headache for like the past since y'all came to town, and like you know his eyes are slightly bloodshot. There's bags underneath his eyes. He hasn't been sleeping well. But he's looking at you very earnestly, and he says, I swear to you, I saw it at the lighthouse too, before it disappeared.
Turns out, we've got a well-traveled you and a well-traveled ghost. I'm glad you found something else out about yourself, if that makes you happy. But
I don't know yet, but it's more than I've had since they found me.
That makes sense. Sometimes you just don't know how you feel about something, but at least you know. I can totally get that. But do you want me to go distract Philip for a bit so you can have some time to recuperate, or?
As insane as it sounds, I think Philip is exactly who we need to be talking to right now.
Are you sure you didn't hit your head?
I may have. I can't swear I didn't, but
Yeah. I unfortunately agree with you. I think if anyone is going to know about spooky white apparitions appearing on cliff sides, our spooky frog hoodie apparition, who's not an apparition because he's physical. This is an extended metaphor that didn't need to exist. I think Philip probably knows something.
Let's maybe not
or at least his
claim him as ours just yet. You know,
That's a good point.
In time,
Cole's
maybe. Yeah,
Cole's spooky apparition guy.
Fuck.
I think as you say this and you sort of turn to see where Philip is, he's somewhat away from the crowd of people, and he's and you know he obviously has zipped his frog hoodie back up and is sort of crouching down and trying to feed like feed some pigeons with with a mysterious snack mix from his pockets.
Bud and I are very similar. Like frogs attempt to befriend animals, have random trail mix in their pockets. I think Brenda is going to go up to Philip. Have you had any luck befriending the pigeons?
I don't know. They aren't telling me their professions yet, but I'm getting closer.
They do not speak English, as far as I am aware. I do not know if you speak Pigeon, but also I do not think pigeons have professions.
I didn't know I spoke English until a few months ago, so this is all cool.
Yep. Very cool. Did you see anything on the way over here? Do you have any idea, like, you've lived here? Have you lived here for longer than we have? Probably.
I think like by a few months, maybe. I haven't been here long.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not us either. Do you have any idea of where to get a good vantage point from?
Well,
like
the cliff is kind of the highest point. If you wanted to look at specifically the lighthouse, I guess if you wanted, I mean, you could climb a tree. That's kind of fun. That's a fun playtime. But watch out though, the squirrels sometimes crawl into my eye sockets and start picking around where they shouldn't.
Philip, I did not need to know that. I didn't. Anyway, continue. Sorry. Please do not tell me about squirrels eating your eye sockets.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, it's just my Saturday evenings anyway.
I mean, if you think about it, because he's a squirrel, he has more orifices than the normal person, you know? So
Sure,
Yeah,
maybe.
that doesn't make it any better.
that's true. That's what I'm saying. Is like, don't tell us about your orifice actions.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
anyway, so, yeah. So really, I mean, it's not okay. Keeper. I guess if you know, I don't believe that there's any higher point than specifically the lighthouse itself.
In the immediate area, definitely not.
Yeah, so if you're specifically trying to get a better view of the lighthouse, I mean, I guess maybe you could go in the water, but that's kind of weird. Uh, and I don't like, I'm not a big water fan, and I'm not good at swimming.
You can float. Why are
I,
you like
I
you
just
can
don't like the
literally
water.
float in the air? I don't understand your fear of water, but also I don't understand like how you even talk without lips, so I'm just gonna
Philip,
stop asking questions.
Hello.
you've been here a lot longer than us. Do you know where the medical center is?
Oh yeah, I mean, I can take it there. I don't use it personally myself, but sometimes Cole, when he's swinging his axe around and practicing, sometimes he gets a little boo-boo, and I have to come and I have to help him.
Ren just kind of like puts their like finger on the bridge of their nose.
Arthur's
Just
gonna
hearing about Cole's ineptitude with weapon safety.
Arthur's gonna slowly take out the pill bottle and hand it to Ren.
And Ren's just gonna like put their hand on his and just kind of like, I don't. This is not a physical headache. This is a
This is a soulful headache.
this is a headache that hurts in my soul.
We need to see that body. If we can sneak in and try and see it for ourselves, I think we could find some more answers.
Okay, I mean that I don't know. I probably will be guarded. I don't know how easy that will be for you, but I'm totally willing to help. I'm a team player. I think it's you guys seem like some cool cats who wouldn't steer me wrong.
Something tells me that you're pretty good at distractions, Philip.
I could put on a puppet show.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
I'm sure a puppet show would be great.
Okay. I have great characters, and I have a whole story and lore and settings planned.
I'd love for you to elaborate on that sometime.
Okay, so basically, it all
Not
takes place in a
now.
magical land.
Okay.
Arthur starts walking. Philip's
Yeah.
technically leading them, but Arthur's just gonna walk.
Yep. Arthur's just pegging a direction and being like, nope.
Okay, well, I guess we're going. I'll tell you on the way.
Oh, it's okay. I meant like at a later time, like not when I'm conscious. Just like tell me while I'm asleep.
Okay, I'll
rather
whisper it into your ear so you dream about it.
That's even worse. Just I'll let you know when I'm ready to hear about it.
Oh,
Don't worry, we can have a sleepover and tell bedtime stories and maybe cook s'mores. It's kind of hard for me to eat the s'mores because they get all sticky and gum up my teeth.
All right, so what are you guys
Ren
doing?
is looking at Arthur with pain in their eyes, like, oh gosh, I didn't mean for this to happen.
I think we're going to steal a body.
So
just
the only
inspect it
place,
for ourselves.
the only place in this town is the urgent care center, but it has been known to double as like a morgue area, which is kind of gross. It's in the double basement.
Epic.
Classic.
What is it
Classic
with my
double
first
basement.
mysteries in having morgue basements? Anyway, but
Ren's like, this double basement thing seems familiar.
it's gonna take you guys probably about a week to get there because we have reached our mark.
Classic. Very good.
We're just really slow walkers.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that Philip's story is actually super interesting, so you all stop to
Mhm.
listen to it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of complex
Hmm.
characters and moving pieces towards the final, penultimate conflict.
Who is
Uh,
this
Yeah.
Anakin?
well, you see.
All right. Anyways,
And why doesn't
But
he
yeah.
have the high ground?
so we got started a little late this time, but I mean, you guys are at least pointed in a direction of we should probably solve this mystery and not who cares, it's the police's job. So that's a good start at least.
I agree. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, thank you to everyone who stuck around.
Yeah.
And chatted with us in that first hour for sure. We really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
It was a good hour of chaos.
It was a good hour.
Really,
of chaos.
really like was able to help tone down my nerves at least.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Dope. Well, I guess again, thank you all so much for joining us. If you'd like to see more of this, feel free to join us next week, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Follow us on social media at TurnTables RPG. If one of the moderators could drop a !! social in chat, that would be fantastic.
And
And
hopefully we'll have actual Masha instead of PNG Masha.
correct.
True.
I would much enjoy a real Masha as opposed to super shoulders. God. Masha. But yes, please join us next week for the second episode of season 2 of Monster of the Week. Off to an auspicious start, I would say. I think. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Oh yeah, the VOD will be up on Thursday for episode 1. So if y'all want to share with your friends, feel free to. All 12 episodes of Return to OE are also on our YouTube, along with our one shots for Tiny Tables, and of course, season 1 is also there. If you want to take a gander. But thank you all for your continued support. We're very excited to be back
Yeah.
streaming again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess
Yeah.
who's back?
Back again.
Guess who's back?
Dustin,
Tell a friend.
do you want to sign us out?
Sure. I love you guys. Again, as they've been saying, thank you so much for stopping by and joining us as we begin our journey in Fogwell. We will see you guys next week. Make sure to remember to stay hydrated, hug your pet, and remember that you are valued. And no matter what anybody will ever tell you, you're loved. If nothing else, I love you. Have a great week. See you next Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll see you later, alligator.